So hello friends, I am Neeraj and I hope you are doing great. So this is our application we have developed so far. So this looks good because we created a full-fledged card, complete card in the previous session, and however we have to do lots of things in our application. But I think like before moving on, we should have some we should revisit some very important concepts of React.js, because those definitely we would be using them while we write our complex logic. Okay, so actually React Native uses React a lot, and we would be talking about states and props today in this session, because they are the, you can say, like the building blocks of any dynamic application. I mean, whenever we write React.js or React Native, so in order to make it dynamic, so we have to use states and props a lot. So we would be seeing that in today's session, right? So by the way, if you know React.js, so life is much easier. And even if you don't know much about React.js, so don't worry. We would cover those concepts that would be needed in our application. So let's talk about props first. So what are props? So actually props is a concept, is a mechanism. For example, say try to visualize it right now. This is our home screen. So in our home screen we have imported two components. One is header, that is responsible to render this part, and second one is home, and inside home we have created the UI to apply to hold these three buttons and our card. And similarly we can have other things as well, other components as well. And for example, what if, like if we need to do some calculation, some operations over here in this component, and we need to pass the data from one component, from this parent, from this app component to, say, let's home component. So how can we do that? So props is a mechanism to pass data from one component. I mean, you can say like the parent, from parent to child. So this is the way we can pass on data from one component to other, and this is the purpose of props, right? So in order to demonstrate that, let us try to say home is a, I mean, it's better to create a new component here, and we will say it const and say like prop component, prop comp, and equals, we'll go with a arrow function. Right, so this is our component which now okay, so let us try to return something from here. So return, and we will return a view, and this view we will say something like my name is, and this is a placeholder because we need to display the name, whatever the name is, up to here. Okay, so let's just try to save it, and we will need to import this component as well. So we will import prop component. Let's close it. Let's save it. Okay, so okay, my bad. So we need to do it here. So text, and now we can write something like this. Yes, what problem is this? Okay. Okay, so here we are having, we can see like it is saying my name is, okay, but here we need to pass the I mean we need with our requirement is that this name should be a dynamic, right? So whatever value we can pass whenever we call it from prompt component, from the app component. So is there any way so that we can pass the name, the value of name from here, and we can collect it from here? So let us see that. So here we can pass a prop. So prop could be anything, we can name it anything, and we can say like name is Neeraj, right? Let's save it. And here also we can simply, cause let's save it first. So here actually the whenever this prop component is called, we are importing, we are trying to embed this, add this, attach this into our app component. So actually it is passing this name name value to this prop component, but we have to collect it also, okay? So in order to collect it, so you can say like this is a argument that is passed and we have to collect it. So we can name it anything, any variable. So but this is a convention to go with the props name, okay? And now we do have got this this variable. So this data, I mean data that was passed from this, from when we call this. So definitely we have already received it, and all we have to do is we can simply render it. So props dot name, okay, and if we save it, so here we can see that the value which was passed from here, that is available here, and Neeraj is printed. And if we change it to anything like Avinash, and if we save it, so it is refreshing, and yes, so it is visible. So this is the way we can pass a parameter from one component. I mean any kind of data, even this is not only restricted to pass on only a string, rather we can pass any object as well. So here we can create or any variable. So let's say go with a const name equals Neeraj, and we can pass this as well. So pass this variable name, and when we save it, so it is Neeraj and Amit. So just try to do, I mean just try to understand the concept. So this is the way we can pass data from one component to other. So hope like and this, by the way, this props concept is the same one which is available in React.js and React Native as well, okay? So I hope like everything is clear up to the mark, and still if you have any doubts, so please do let me know and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible, okay? So in the coming session we will understand about states, and one more thing we would cover, that we would need heavily in coming session, and that are hooks. Because we are we will go with function based components, so we would need hooks a lot, okay? So till then, take care and happy coding.